This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Before we get on to what we're going to do today, I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who is subscribing to the channel and supporting the channel. It is all very much appreciated. Right, what we're going to do today is we're going to try and fill in some of the gaps ahead of the upcoming Classic Watch 2023 website, which will be found at classicwatch2023.ml. We've already got some pattern race horses and horses identified in the summer months of 2022. What we need to do now ahead of the trials that are coming in March, April and May is really take a look at the last couple of months of 2022, the sort of 2-year-old maidens that may have been run after the November handicap, around November time, October, November time, as the flat season came to an end on the turf and on the all-weather, heading towards the end of the year. So I will be back shortly. Also, we're going to take a look at some horses that may have been identified before the process started back in August 2022 and haven't ran in the interim. We might be taking a look at some of them as well. So I will be back shortly and we will start cracking on through these horses. Thank you very much for watching, and by the miracles of technology, I will be back shortly. This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please, hello everybody, and welcome back. We've got another horse for you today that I've spotted running in late maidens, and I think this is a very interesting one. Should give us nice middle distance opportunities as well as opportunities over a mile, maybe, if it proves to be good enough. The horse in question is the Jessica Harrington trained Sounds of Heaven, sired by Kingman out of a dam called Ring the Bell. You will see that she is family number 8C. And this is an interesting horse without any shadow of a doubt. The form of it was fourth on its first start, running to a mark of 80 at Gowran Park. And then, with, like a lot of these Kingmans, I do think, as soon as they get good in the going description, it was good enough to get his head in front. Second time of asking, off a much stronger pace and improving its rating from 80 to 85. On the 15th of October it won. Obviously there was not many pattern races left after it had won its maiden, so it's in a perfect position, I think, to maybe attack the trials coming up. The dam of it, Ring the Boss, was actually quite moderate. She has actually bred a 99 rated black type filly by Dark Angel that's rated under 100, but that's still 14 better than what this one has ran to. You'll see that she only ran once according to the Racing Post and was second from last. So that was the end of her career, but as the pedigree dictates, and we'll see this shortly, this is a nice horse. You know, you'll see the dam beauty is truth. I mean, this dam here, Ring the Bell, she's half sister to some nice horses, full sister, sorry, to some nice horses with some nice foals coming soon, hopefully. Hydrangea is one. Didn't win a classic, unfortunately. It was quite an unlucky horse, really. It was runner-up in 2 Group 1s as a 2-year-old in the Fillies Mile behind Rhododendron and the Moy Glare behind Intricately. It then won the Group 3 1,000 Guineas Trial Stakes at Leopardstown, beating Winter by a head, only to then be beaten on her next 4 starts by Winter, including in 2 Guineas, 10th in the 1,000 Guineas in the UK, and then it was classic placed in the Irish 1,000 Guineas when 3rd. It's also 3rd behind Winter in the Coronation Stakes, and then 4th behind Winter in the Nassau. It then, you'd have to say, sprang somewhat of a surprise in the Matron when it actually beat Winter by a head to gain her first Group 1 victory in the Matron Stakes. And it was then backed up with a second Group 1 victory in the Champion Filly and Mare Stakes as well in October 2017. 4 runs in 2018 didn't really show the same spark as at 2 and 3, so then she was retired. But you can see that Hydrangea had a very good career. A late developing type though, really. Not the leading Ballydoyle participant in the Guineas. Unlike her full sister, Hermosa, who actually hit form just at the right time, really, it's fair to say. She was another one that was placed in a couple of Group 1 races at 2, the Fillies Mile and the Criterium International, behind Iridessa and Royal Meeting. It then, first time out in May 2019, come out and won the English 1,000 Guineas, and then backed up with victory in the Irish 2,000 Guineas. So this one here, very good performance. It then tailed off a bit earlier than Hydrangea. It was 2nd behind Watch Me in the Coronation Stakes. And then she was last in the Nassau, 2nd in the Matron, and 8th in the Sun Chariot. So you'll see that, excuse me, 2 very nice horses, double classic winner, Hermosa, as well as Hydrangea. Beauty as Truth herself. Well, what can you say? She won 3 out of 12 stakes races and was quite quick, it's fair to say. She won a listed race at 2, the 2006 Prix Yakovlev, and was also a Group 3 winner at 2, winning the Prix d'Arenberg in 2006. She never managed to win at Group 1 level, but she did win the 2007 Group 2 Prix de Gros Chêne by 2.5 lengths over 5 furlongs when she ran to what the Racing Post say is her career best figure of 117. You know, so we've already sort of seen that this horse is probably a 110 horse at its best. Glorious Sight is also a sister to Beauty is Truth by Singspiel. Beauty is Truth was by Pivotal. You'll see Glorious Sight, she did manage to win a pattern race. She won the listed Prix de Top 14 Orange. Prix de Orange, I presume that is, a listed race at Longchamp in 2011. And she was also placed in the 2011 French Guineas, finishing 2nd, although well beaten by Golden Lilac. She was also 3rd in the French Oaks, again, beaten by Golden Lilac. She gave her a run for her money both times. And then in a couple of Group 3s, she tailed off a bit towards that after finishing 4th in the 2011 Prix Jean Prat, behind Mutual Trust. So again, you've got a career best of a 113 here for Glorious Sight. And she is also the dam of a horse I did follow in France, called Glycon. He won 6 of his 15 races. Yeah, he's a good horse for me. He won well. He won the Group 3 La Coupe de Maison Lafitte in 2020. He won the Prix de Reux, another Group 3, in 2021. And then he backed up there with a win in the Grand Prix de Deauville, Group 2, before he was placed, his best run, in my opinion, when he was 3rd in what was the French St Leger as an old horse, the Prix Royal Oak, behind Scope. Again, figures of 113 for this, what is now a 7-year-old Lycon. He could be tricky this year to place, I think, the old boy. Hopefully he'll retain some of his ability. Yeah, so we've got some very nice horses on this line. Zeldin is the third dam of the horse again, owned by Strauss and trained by Collett, to win 2 stakes races. A listed race in Deauville in 1998, the Prix de Cercle, and at 2, it was a Group 3 winner of the Prix de Bois of 1997. More a sprint type, this one. Never tried in a classic. It was third in the Group 2 Prix Robert Papin as a 2-year-old as well. A bit lower than this one. The best form, it said here, was 105, when again placed in a Group 2 sprint, the Prix de Gros Chêne of 1998. And then he was 4th in the 1998 Abbey, again was running to 105 on that day. But again, there's other horses that can still strengthen the case, I think. You've got horses like Zipping, whose highest rating was 117. Isophonic, out of the 4th dam of this horse's elder. Winner of 2 stakes races, the 2002 Group 3 Prix de Ris Orange again, and in 2001 the Group 2 Prix Robert Papin. Another quick version of this line, you have to say. 4th behind Rock of Gibraltar in the UK 2,000 guineas. Now, that's a very nice horse as well. And 3rd behind Continent in the 2002 Abbey, the same year it was placed in the guineas. It was placed in the Abbey. That's an interesting horse. Very versatile, seemingly, regarding trip. And in the 2003 Golden Jubilee Stakes, it was also 4th behind Choisir. And it was 4th behind Oasis Dream in 2003 in the July Cup, before unfortunately collapsing in the 2003 Prix Maurice de Guiche, sadly. But again, a very nice horse, versatile regarding trip, classic placed. You've got a horse like Nipping as well. Another winner of 3 stakes races and a best figure of 110. Winner of the Group 3 Prix de Petit Couvert of 2005 and the listed Prix de Cercle of 2005. At Deauville, Group 3 placed horse as well, and 5th in a Group 2. Yeah, it's an interesting horse as well. There's some very nice horses on this line. And it doesn't stop. We could go back a long way, you know. Zelda, the next dam, by Caerleon out of Mill Princess. Was a bit moderate on the track, winning only 1 of 10 times and not making her mark at pattern level at all, really. What she is she is a half-sister to Last Tycoon, a stallion who sired 80 stakes winners, winner of the Sprint Championship, the Breeders' Cup Mile and the King's Stand, as well as 3 Group 3 races, the 1986 Champion Sprinter in France and England. So you can see this pedigree has got speed. Very nice. And the stamina, I'm going to think, it comes in later on, because in the 70s, you see this line rinsed several derbies. Mill Princess, the next dam of the horse, she won 1 out of 5 starts, and she says there as the dam of a Last Tycoon. But then once we ran the horse, Sounds of Heaven, through the Legacy site, sorry, it opened up a lot of stamina quite close. We had to go back to Mill Princess and even before that to get on the line through Irish Lass, really. Yeah, Irish Lass is around here, around this section somewhere. There she is. There's Scalata, the dam before, and Cutaway, the dam before. Irish Lass is the 6th dam, I think, of Sounds of Heaven. On the wrong tab there. There we go. Yep, the 6th dam of Sounds of Heaven, which brings in some very interesting horses, because you've got another one here out of Scalata, Irish Lass, Irish Brawl, winner of the 1971 Irish Derby, you know, 3rd in the English Derby, and the Prix Lupin, which was a big race in the 70s. You know, off this line, that's a Scalata Irish Lass. That's a full sister. That's a half sister to Mill Princess, who's out of Mill Reef. Irish Ball is out of Baldrick. Plenty more to come. Lynch Chris, if you go further back to Cutaway and Scalata. Lynch Chris, the winner of the Irish Oaks and the Irish St Leger of 1960, as well as the Yorkshire Oaks. The champion 3-year-old filly in Ireland of 1960. You know, and she is related in the pedigree. She is the 5th dam of Hotel Grand, a Group 1 winner of the Spring Champion Stakes in Australia over 1 mile 2 furlongs, and also winner of the 2006 Ranwick Guineas. So there's some very interesting horses on this line. You can take it a bit closer now to the 70s with horses like Bicala, winner of the 1981 French Derby and the 1982 Prix Gannet, 2nd in the 1981 Arc. As Irish Lass is the 2nd dam of that. This dam here, Irish Bird, is responsible, in fact, for the next 3 classic winners. Not really up to much on the track. But she is also the dam of Assert, who won the French Derby of 1982, the Irish Derby of 1982, and the Benson and Hedges Gold Cup as well, with the champion 3-year-old in France. And what a pedigree this horse has got. And also there's horses, Bicala we've looked at. Another one is Eurobird, who is also out of Irish Bird by Ella Manamu. And that horse won the 1987 Irish St Leger, as well as the Blandford Stakes. 3rd in the 1987 Irish Oaks as well. And at 4 was also 3rd in the Irish St Leger as well. Some very nice horses on this line. Valentine Waltz is another one we found. You'll see there that Mill Princess is the 2nd dam of this one. Valentine Waltz won the 1999 French Guineas, as well as winning the Group 3 Nell Gwyn, which is a UK Guineas Classic Trial, 3rd in the UK Guineas and the Coronation Stakes. Very nice horse. And then also Ty Black. You'll see there that Mill Princess is also the 2nd dam of Ty Black, winner of 4 of 7 starts, including the 2006 French Guineas. He also won the Prix Aymeric Demolion, a listed race as well. You know, this classic winners are plenty on this little section here. But where we are roughly, you see there that Irish Lass. The next dam of this horse that we're looking at, Sounds of Heaven, Mill Princess. Unfortunately, doesn't really get on this site, which is a shame. Some Irish Lass. Oh yes, she does. My mistake. I missed her earlier. There she is. So there is Mill Princess. That's our specific section from Mill Princess. If you go further back, you know, we get all these horses coming in as well. Over the 6 to 7, and the 8th dam of the horse. So very nicely bred horse, I think this is. One it is also closely related to, that I'm going to stick a video up to now, because we've already looked at the horse, is Statuette. We looked at Statuette quite a while back. She is one of our top 15 classic chances this year. If people see that Mill Princess is actually the 3rd dam of Statuette, which is for a horse foaled in 1977 to be the 3rd dam of a horse running in 2020. So Irish Lass is the 4th dam of this, and it's by Justify. You know, that's why it's in the top 20, top 15, sorry. But very nice horse. And before I wrap this video up, I'll leave that video there now as a little slider at the top. And why don't you check it out later? Right click on it and open it up in another tab or something. And then you can watch this horse win as well. And it won't close this video down.
One appearance. That off. 15 two-year-old fillies over the mile in the first EBF maiden. Up for the lead, it is Boogie Woogie, and alongside stable companion Starry-Eyed, being followed by Little Fury and Sounds of Heaven. A couple of lengths to Scarlet O'Hara, and then Katona. Next on the inside, as they continue down the back straight, is Escaline with Golden Spangle, and they're followed by Star Galaxy as they race the end of the second furlong, and Starry-Eyed picks it up, followed by Sounds of Heaven, the yellow cab. Knocked back 2 positions to 3rd place is Boogie Woogie, and they're followed by Little Fury and Scarlet O'Hara next with Katona. And on the inside is Escaline, being followed towards halfway by Ard on the outside of Golden Spangle. And these are tracked by Shamida, and then comes on the outside, heading off the back straight, is Star Galaxy as they come inside halfway. Next in the red cap is Hazalea, with towards the rear of the field Batan, and bringing up the rear is Nomenclature. 3 furlongs to go. The leader is Starry-Eyed and Wayne Lorden by a length and a half to Sounds of Heaven and Shane Foley. Pushed along in 3rd place, Boogie Woogie and Shamie Heffernan, then Scarlet O'Hara and Ard. Escaline next, with Shamida trying to come into it as they pass the 2 with Starry-Eyed. With beginning a run, Sounds of Heaven, one off the rail. Coming back to join them is Boogie Woogie. Not much between these 3, followed by Escaline, and then Shamida, and Hazalea runs on in the middle of the track. They're followed then by Katona and Ard. Change of leader, Sounds of Heaven picks it up from Boogie Woogie. Dropping back on the rail is Starry-Eyed, and then comes Shamida, but it's Sounds of Heaven and Shane Foley winning by a length and a half. Boogie Woogie, Shamida, followed in then on the inside by Starry-Eyed.
First on Leopard Stand's gone to Sounds of Heaven for...
Hard what to know what to make of that. To me, I thought she actually possibly had plenty left at the end. You know, she took a while to get going, but the Coolmore horses that decided to run there, that finished 2nd and 3rd, I've not really looked at. You know, they've not really popped up on my radar. And I don't really know what she beat there, but she beat them fairly comfortably, I think. And hopefully, whether she'll be quick enough to win over a mile, some of them have been. I'm not about the pattern race. Obviously, she stays a mile at 2 and wins a maiden. But that would indicate to me that she'd want further at 3. Time will, of course, tell. But in my opinion, this is a nice filly and well worth following at this stage. Right, I'm going to end this video now. What I will do is give everybody, as I always do at the end of the video, a few steers. One of them will allow people who haven't subscribed to the channel yet, who are enjoying the content, or just want to keep track of which horses I'm recommending. And they can do that by clicking on the subscribe button below. And also, there is a link to the playlist containing every single Classic Watch 2023 possible at this stage. I think this will be the 58th video, I think, of horses that we've still got watching. Some of them have 2 in as well. You know, so this Sounds of Heaven, very nice horse. I do think it's worth following at this stage. Right, everybody, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, and take care.